Yo, man, what's good, everybody? I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna tell you about pretty much, how I'm feeling. Um, things that some of the things I go through. You know, reason I'm doing this is because I need to let these things out, obviously, but also I know I'm not the only person in this world that goes through these type of things. You know, so the people that watch, people that come across these vids, all my vids and this vid, there's gonna be people that watch me that's gonna feel me, you know. Pretty much to start with, pretty much my whole life, I feel like a lot of the people, women, um, people I try to bond with, people I try to form a relationship with. Either it's no friendship or a romantic relationship. Um, I feel like a lot of the things that I tell them, it just they just don't get it. They just don't get what it is that I go through. Um, coming from that state of mind, you start to think that since these people don't, the people that I came across don't get me, maybe, maybe I should just talk to the world. Maybe the whole world needs to know what I'm going through. And then coming up to this point, I realized that doesn't even matter. People, it don't matter what people, it doesn't matter if people know what you're going through. It doesn't matter, you know. And what I mean by that is, there's nothing wrong with expressing what you're feeling, but that doesn't mean the whole world needs to know exactly what you're going through. The whole world don't need to know what you're going through. It's not necessary. But pretty much coming from that mind state of feeling like no one gets you, people around you don't get you, people that you encounter with, people that you like, people that you find interesting, they don't really feel you, they don't really get you. And it comes to the point that you really think that those people don't even care to know what you go through. Those people don't really care. And it makes you start thinking that those people really just care about themselves. They only just see what they go through, and whatever anybody else goes through doesn't really resonate with them. If it doesn't resonate, then they brush it off to the side, you know. And I know there's a lot of people that can feel me in that aspect, as far as like people just not, people pretty much doing that to you. People, they want you to hear what they go through, and stuff like that. But whenever it's time for you to talk as far as what you go through, they vanish, you know. And it makes you feel some type of way, especially if you like the person, because like it makes you feel like that person's actually it's like they using you. They're pretty much just using you, and pretty much just using you as a trauma dump person. They're just trauma dumping what they go through and things like that. But on your end, your end was pretty much genuine. You wanted to know who they were as a person. You wanted to know just pretty much what they go through, what made them who they are as a person today, and what their goals are, and what they plan to do with their lives. How they want to heal themselves, how they want to just elevate, how they want to elevate, how they want to grow, how they want to, just the directions that they want to go with their life, and just being with them along the way, just supporting them. That's just your pure intentions, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm coming from. Like, whenever I'm asking somebody what they go through, the things that they go through, all that stuff, it's like, I'm asking all this stuff just to understand the person more, as far as, just really get to know them. Not only as far as what they've gone through within this life experience, but also just to really get to know them as far as down to their core. You know what I'm saying? It goes pretty deep. I just want to have a really in-depth connection with people, and a person, a romantic relationship with somebody. Have people like that around me, that's on that. Let's pause right there, my fault. But just have people around me that's on that same tip as well. So pretty much the energy that I give out to somebody, I would like to just pretty much receive it back, just going both ways naturally, you know. But it seems like I'm still on the struggle of actually attracting that. Because I think so many people are being, you know, self-centered as far as either they know that naturally, or not naturally, but consciously or subconsciously, or, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people are just being too self-centered as far as what they go through. Just kind of everything that goes on around them just evolves them. And that's, you know, if you're really into that person, if you see something genuine in that person, if you see something that's very bright, righteous within that person, very connected with the source of divine energy, it can hurt, especially if that person doesn't feel the same way about you as far as wanting to get to know you, you know. Now, this has happened, you know, time and time again. It's a pattern that still to this day I'm still trying to understand, you know. It's still something I'm still trying to understand. Even when you announce the things that you go through and your intentions with that person, it seems that it's not really taken seriously, unfortunately. And when that happens, that also hurts. It hurts, and it takes you, it goes so deep, and it takes you in deep, into some deep, dark spaces. Especially if you're in a state of actually, like, you don't actually love yourself. You know, for an example, you know, back then, when I was a teenager, I wasn't in this love vibration. I didn't love myself. I didn't see the love in anything. So, and I was still going through it at that time. So me going through all that, it took me through some dark spaces of, it felt like deep down inside me that anybody that I encountered, anybody that I talked to, I feel like that person deeply did not love me. And that's something that's a form of emotion that turned into sorrow, depression, and sadness. It takes you into dark spaces, dark places. And those places that I've been through, you know, something I'm forever grateful for. It's a blessing because it took me to where I'm at today. Because going through those spaces, it just pushed me, since people couldn't even, you know, I couldn't get the love that I wanted. I couldn't get any love. I couldn't get anything. You know, I was just stuck and sad and depressed, you know. But having all that, go through all that, it made me realize, since I'm not getting all this love, I had to learn to love myself. I realized that the only love that I can truly get is by loving myself. That's the only love I could get. Like, I know that's something I can definitely do for myself. I couldn't get love from other people, especially if those people don't even love themselves, you know. And that's something I also learned into the pretty much this journey of loving self and knowing who I am again. That I realized that the people that I wanted to love me, those people they didn't even love themselves, you know. So I started to understand that. And still loving self is still something, you know, I'm still trying to get a good grasp of, as far as truly loving myself. Because, you know, living in this society and, you know, the cities, you know, it pushes you away from yourself, you know, because you get caught up a lot of the programming, a lot of the things that's been brought to your face, agendas, everything, you know, all of the stuff that's been planned in the cities. And that little fly, bro. But yeah, pretty much anything that's been programmed in the cities from the society and the government and stuff like that, you know, it takes you further away from yourself. So um, it just makes things that much harder. But pretty much what I'm saying is that, you know, sometimes you really just want to bond with people. You want to bond with people, really have a genuine connection, a connection that's formed out of love, a connection that's truly rooted through the divine energy of life and God, the Most High, nature. You know, you really want to have that, you know. So pretty much with people not really taking you seriously, people not, you know, not really taking the time to actually understand what you're trying to say or even really want to hear what you want to say, you know. It could take a toll on you. Definitely can. A couple of things that I learned so far within it is, for one, like I was just talking about, is learning just to love yourself. You know, learning just to love yourself for who you are. You know, and the second being is just make sure that it's okay to express to that person what you feel. It doesn't matter if that person responds to you, or if that person is in denial, or if that person accepts what you're saying. It doesn't matter what that person feels, or I want to say not feel, but it doesn't matter what that person does with the information that you told them. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you said what you had to say, and that was it. You stated pretty clearly, and whatever happens from there happens from there, because everything that happens from there is out of your control. And more importantly, you want to make sure that you actually say those things to yourself. That's the most important thing. You know, I will keep everybody updated as far as this aspect and what I go through. And I wish everybody well. Love and blessings.